you good day.
So excited to feel your energy. I have several questions. I was like picking up the best.
Speak up, speak up.
I will speak up.
Thank you.
All right. So
Everyone needs to hear what you have to share.
Yes. So many things. But well, first of all, I would like to thank you for sharing with us whatever.
It is always our joy, our pleasure, our passion, our excitement to do so, whether any of you are listening or not. That's just who we are.
Okay.
But thank you for the co-creation.
Good. I wanted to start with something that pops in my mind. I just wonder whether you would be willing to connect with this.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
All right, okay. It's about what Willa said once. There was like a session of 5 levels of mastery, and
yes.
there was one level which is sage, and
yes.
It included, as far as I can remember now, allowance of consciousness of the other people to participate in a created reality.
Yes.
So is
consciously.
Yes, how?
Because it's already being done, obviously. You're all agreeing to participate in a reality that seems similar to other people's realities, but that's all being done from that level of agreement. It's just that the sage can do it consciously in a way that allows people to go into agreement in such a manner that they actually can see the reality around them change consciously, physically, because they are being invited into a frequency that allows them to perceive multiple parallel reality configurations.
Now I get it. Okay,
yes.
So it's up to the sage to
extend the invitation.
Right, to be able to tune up to that frequency,
yes,
which will be
compatible. Yes, but the sage knows how to do that in such a way that it is highly likely that other people will engage in that invitation and perceive what the sage is vibrating at.
I got it.
Yes.
So that's the challenge. Okay.
Yes.
One more question
yes.
is about my job. What I do is I'm training actors, and I do believe that that's
one expression of your passion.
Yes, but more.
There was some hesitation there.
And no, not at all.
All right.
No, I will surprise you. No, it's a way to work with consciousness and
yes.
to actually in a sense, what you are doing when you connect to my higher self.
Yes, all of you, when you do what you love to do, are in the channeling state. Acting is one of the ways to express the idea of expressing other aspects of your personality to such a degree that, in a sense, you truly become another person. That's the channeling state.
That's correct. So that's what I was going to say. Thank you for saying this
yes.
for me. And my question is, do you have any suggestion of an exercise which could be great?
You're asking for a permission slip?
No, I'm asking for... Oh, maybe. I don't know. We have a bunch of exercises, but something
yes.
that would come from you, because most of the exercises we have don't actually tune up to this concept.
All right. Well, has your imagination come up with an exercise that you believe would work better for you?
Yes, it has.
Then why are you asking us?
Because I wanted you to share something that would surprise me. Aren't you willing to do so?
You want a surprise permission slip?
Yes.
Do you understand what permission slips are, first of all?
Yes, of course I do.
All right. So, all right. Arrange 7 mirrors, full length, around you in a circle.
Okay.
Stand in the center. And for each of the mirrors and each of the reflections in each of the mirrors, know that you're not actually seeing a reflection. You are seeing through a window into another parallel reality version of yourself, literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm familiar with this concept.
All right.
Good.
And therefore, as you engage each in a unique dialogue, allow yourself to begin to go with the flow of what each of the reflections, that is not a reflection, that is another version of you in a parallel reality, actually feels like saying to you, and start responding to that. And go around the circle and start having those 7 different conversations in 7 different styles as you take your cue from what you feel coming from that version of yourself in that parallel reality, and see what that does for you.
Wow, that's wonderful. Actually, what you're talking is about, you are talking to me about 7 versions of that, and in
Yes.
different, yeah, good. Okay, wow.
Does that help
Thank
you?
It definitely does.
Then do you have what you need?
I have another question. I have 2, 3 questions, right?
I don't know. We'll see if you are.
Oh,
But
there
you
are
can
no
ask it.
rules. Okay.
You can
okay.
ask
Do
it.
you have time? Yeah, okay.
It's all about the timing, and it's all about having what you need. But go ahead and we'll see. Sometimes the question you ask is something others may also wish to ask, and
Sure.
that way you can help answer it for them.
Sure. That's why I do care about asking stuff that's not for, that would benefit eventually other people.
Tick-tock.
Okay. Yep. And the other question is, well, I believe you learned something from communicating with our civilization.
Of course we do.
Is there something that's unique about the experience you're having with our civilization?
Well, as we have said, one of the most unique things is watching you attempting to stuff yourself into a smaller space than you actually can occupy by limiting yourselves so fantastically. It's an amazing acrobatic act to watch. Many people in the galaxy would not believe that it would actually be possible to limit yourselves as much as you do.
Right, but that's why you call us masters of limitation.
That's why we
Well,
call
right.
you masters of limitation. Yes.
Right.
It
so
is constantly amusing.
I know that because we buy into negative beliefs, but that,
Yes.
it's a nasty job, but someone has to do it, right?
And you have chosen to do so,
okay.
which makes you a master class in transformation.
Right, so we are kind of electrons that.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you.
Yeah, it's a compliment, I guess.
We know.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. Thank you.
Good day, Bashar.
And you good day.
Bashar, I am following my passion.
Yes.
I've become a teacher of lucid dreaming.
Oh, all right. How exciting.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
And I want to share a lucid dream with you
Oh, all right.
and get your feedback.
All right. If you need it.
So, in my dream, I am in a garage and something happens where I have that magical transformation and I realize that I'm dreaming.
Yes.
And I shout out to the dream space. I say, "Show me something important."
Yes.
And I begin to swirl around the garage, and I'm brought around to a bumper sticker on the wall, and it says, "Put your outer alien magnets on."
All right.
So what does it mean to put your outer alien magnets on?
It means that you can amp up your ability to perceive the information and experience that is coming to you along energetic lines of connection you have made to extraterrestrial sources. So in that you have made those connections, you can amplify them to more consciously receive the information that you are getting by having made those connections. You can attract magnetically more information.
I think standing here today is a way of putting my outer alien
It's
magnet.
one way, yes. We are happy to be magnetized by you.
So as the dream continued, I entered the house,
Yes.
and there was a kitchen, and my mother was on a bed in the kitchen, and
Yes.
she had 2 small children on her lap, and she says to me, "Oh, you haven't met Polar Bear yet."
Yes.
Polar Bear being the nickname of one of the children.
Yes.
Can you tell me anything about Polar Bear?
Polarity.
Ah, polarity.
Yes, polarity. Understand that at this point, even though you understand you are dreaming, you are still experiencing what might be called a screen projection of other beings communicating with you in a style that your physical mind will understand. You're still not seeing the raw experience of those beings, but your physical mind needs to work with certain symbols that make sense to it so that the information you're being given will be downloaded correctly and interpreted correctly for your reality. So even though you can have some degree of lucidity in such experiences, in many cases you will still experience things that are somewhat symbolic. Nevertheless, you're being given an opportunity to know that there is a connection there for you of a being that exhibits the idea of polarity so that you can work with that concept a little bit more consciously.
Okay, thank you.
Yes?
One other dream to share.
Yes.
In this dream, I'm looking into a garage again. This time I'm in the house, and it's like a window into the garage. And at first I think I see a child.
Yes.
At this point, I've realized when I see this sort of small person, I look more carefully and I see it's actually a woman.
Yes.
Who's maybe middle-aged, but she's only about 3 or 4 feet tall.
Yes.
And she identifies herself as a fairy.
In a sense.
And at this point, when she says that, I have the realization that I'm dreaming.
Yes.
And we start to converse.
Yes.
And she asks me, can I talk to him? As if she's talking to some other element of me.
Yes.
Do you know what she was referring to or asking when she said, can I talk to him?
Yes, your higher mind.
So she wanted me at that moment to connect with my higher mind?
Yes. And channel it through. Talk to him through you.
And what is she looking to learn from my higher mind?
Oh, all sorts of things. So that she can understand you better, understand the theme you chose to explore, understand your physical mind from the higher mind's perspective, understand how it is that you have chosen to navigate the experience of physical reality, because reality for her is very different. So it's kind of like an ambassador attempting to understand a different culture through you, through the eyes of the higher mind, which it can relate to a little bit more easily than it can relate to the physical mind. So it wants the higher mind's perspective of your physical component so that it has a better chance of understanding you.
Very, very good.
Does that help?
That helps. I think I'm done.
Pleasant dreams.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
My first question to you is, for first contact specialists here on Earth, is there a crystal or a group of crystals that they can work with that can prepare them and help them be the best first contact specialists that we can be when that time comes?
Yes.
Can you please tell me what those crystals are?
Yes. I can.
Will you please, what are those crystals?
First and foremost, let's get this out of the way. P, repeat after me.
P,
E,
E,
R,
R,
M,
M,
I.
I,
You know where this is going?
S-S-I-O-N.
And what does that mean in context to your question?
That means whatever permission slip I give myself, so whatever crystal.
Whatever you're most attracted to with that concept and intention in mind, you're attracted to because that's the one at that moment that will work for the person you have defined yourself to be in that moment. Okay. Yes?
Yes.
Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't general mass consensus agreements that already are in place where certain permission slips might be more representative of the mass consensus. One of those, in light of the question you have asked for the idea of extraterrestrial frequencies, is what you would call Moldavite. Ah. Yes?
It's the synchronicities are coming in because I was speaking to a friend about that crystal earlier before you started.
Whoa, what do you know? So the next question would be, do you trust the synchronicities that pop up in your life
Yes,
as obvious signs?
Yes, I do.
All right then. Please learn to understand how to trust the way your life unfolds and that the information you require is always going to be presented to you synchronistically in exactly the perfect way at exactly the perfect time. And therefore, you don't necessarily have to wonder whether you should go and ask someone else whether or not it's this or that when you already have the information. Yes?
Yes. And thank
Does that
you.
help?
Yes, thank you for that remembrance.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, I do. So, about 2 years ago, I had 3 psychics back to back tell me that I was going to meet my twin flame, and I would know it when I met him. And I did. And
How do you know it's a him?
Well, when I met the person, it was clear to me that that was the person, and he's the man.
All right. Just checking.
But Bashar,
Yes. But what?
I was frustrated. It did not. I
You
know.
were frustrated?
Well, because
Yes.
it did not go well, and there was resistance on.
No. I wonder if that could possibly have turned your attention to the idea that a twin flame doesn't always have to be for the purpose you think it is.
Oh.
Oh. What's our basic definition of relationships? Everyone in the relationship serves everyone else in the relationship by being the reflection they need at that moment to teach them how to be more of who they are, not what the person thinks the relationship should be for.
Yes.
Oh. So there are many kinds of twin flames. The idea doesn't necessarily always have to be reflective of what humans on your planet think of in the romantic sense. The idea is it's going to be the reflection that teaches you the most about yourself and gives you the opportunity to decide that you get to choose how to respond to things that come up that are unexpected in either a positive or a negative way, and that teaches you a lot about what you're willing to buy into about the truth of your own being.
Yes.
And no twin flame can do better than that.
Yes, and he did that. Yes.
All
Thank
right,
you.
then.
Thank you.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does.
All right.
And I have one more question.
Do you now?
Yes, and this is about Chiron. I am an astronumerologist, so
Yes.
I work with, I'm a spiritual psychologist, and I work with astrology and numerology.
Yes.
And I was given a download recently about Chiron,
Yes.
and that now that we're in the 21st century, Chiron does not represent what that planet or that's whatever it is was in the 20th century. So I wanted to know if you could give me some clarification
On that permission slip?
well, Chiron as a heavenly body and its origin, and was it a planet?
It was a long time ago a piece of a planet.
Oh,
Yes. Now it is just the piece,
okay. Because
and not the planet.
okay, because I was told its representation now is to be a healer in the 21st
You can
century.
use it that way, but it has a very specific vibration. The vibration is the idea of, well, I'll put it colloquially in your language, it is good for healing the idea of any kinds of connections you're holding on to of the past that don't serve you. Yes?
Yes, yes.
It has a specific frequency that is sort of bent in that direction, which signifies and sort of reflects the idea of holding on to the past of it being a planet when it is now not a planet and needs to be taken at face value for what it is.
Okay.
Yes?
That makes sense. Yes.
So it helps bring you into the present. And another way to say that is, yes, it helps bring you into the 21st century, which is why its meaning has changed.
Ah. Okay.
Does that help you?
Yes. Thank you for that clarification.
You are welcome.
All right.
Now, by all means, go strike a match.
Thank you, Bashar.
And see what you can learn from that flame.
Okay.
The match and the flame within you. Yes? All right.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Shivai Bashar,
And to you, good day.
and hello from Estonia.
Oh, all right.
It's
Hello, Estonia.
Yes. It's my pleasure to be here and experience all that. And it's another dream what came through, so
All right.
I'm really honored. Thank you.
Thank you for dreaming with us.
Yes, exactly. So I have one question about our sexuality,
Yes.
about what is happening in that time when we have the intercourse. What happened, like energetical, mechanic, or
Well,
how
your chakras are aligning. The idea of the kundalini is activated. You're connecting more energetically to more of yourself and more of creation in a variety of ways. You're activating different markers in your genetic structure in certain ways. A lot of things are happening. You're giving off energy bursts with your heartbeat that travel out at what you call the speed of light around the world and immerse people in that vibration of connection and harmony and integration. There's a lot of things happening during that particular experience.
Oh, that's interesting. Thank you. But as I am a tantric therapist,
Yes.
I increase also in the sessions the people's energetic level, or something is happening, as I understand, in a higher level also. But
Yes.
what is happening in a higher level?
Well, it's not so much that there is more happening in a higher level, it's that you have more ability to connect to the higher level that already exists, that is a part of you. So there's more
Interesting.
harmonization and synchronization with the higher frequencies.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, then it's another question about one symbol. What I had when I was listening one YouTube video, and their actuarians said that now we are going to give you some energy and you will write it down or draw.
Yes.
So I draw one symbol, and I don't know what does it mean, and I'm really curious
Well, what
about
does it look like?
It's look like a person is like, yay, and there's like a earth beneath that, something like that.
Are you saying in a sense that the figure of the person is doing this?
Yeah, but the feet are together, and the
All right.
hands are like up.
All right. And so the idea is that it is drawing down energy from the higher levels through the body as a conductor into the earth, and also bringing the earth energy up through the body and out into the cosmos.
Interesting.
So as above, so below. Because everything that exists in physical reality has a template in non-physical reality.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So another question is about the template level, because I'm also practicing the lucid dreaming,
Yes.
and sometimes I know that I'm in template level, but how I can figure that out in a real way to know that this is the template level and I can change something?
But if you are lucid, all you have to do is allow yourself to think of being at the template level, and that's where you are. And then use your imagination to rearrange the blueprint in whatever way symbolically represents the changes that you would prefer to create in your physical dream.
Okay, because the template level in my experience was like one old house or something like that.
You can use it that way. It can be represented in many different ways. So
Okay.
you can use your imagination to alter the house in whatever way symbolically represents something that would be more in alignment with what you wish to experience in physical reality.
Yes, I did change the old house.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Does
that's
that help?
great. Yeah, it does.
All right. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. So, Shivai.
Shivai.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So delighted to have you here in Europe. Thank you for coming, making it easy for us.
All right. Well, I'm not really in Europe, but thank you.
So my question is really about self-doubt.
Yes, well, self-doubt, again, like we have said, is not a lack of trust. It's a trust in something that you don't prefer. Does that make sense? You're always trusting something to be true. Doubt is not a lack of trust. It's a trust in something you don't prefer, because you're always trusting something to be true. So again, the issue is if you have the experience called self-doubt, it means you're trusting in a belief or a definition of yourself that's out of alignment with your true self. And you can ask yourself, why would I buy into that? Why would I trust something I don't prefer to believe about myself?
Well, why would I?
Because you have a belief that makes it seem like the logical choice as opposed to the alternative. So this is based on your motivational mechanism. When you are motivated to keep choosing things you don't prefer, it means that you have a belief attached to that thing that makes it seem to be the preferred choice to the alternative. Even though you know you may prefer the alternative, you may have some belief attached in a way that makes it actually seem to be the less beneficial choice. Because you always, without fail, without hesitation, you will always move in the direction and choose in the direction of what you believe to be in your best interests. You will always move away from what you believe is not in your best interest. So if you find yourself behaving in a way where you're choosing things that you know are not in your best interest, your first clue is that that must mean you've attached an unconscious belief to that thing that actually makes it seem to be more in your interest than the alternative that you know would be in your interest, but you have your belief system backwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you need to find that belief that you've attached to that thing and allow it to be conscious so that you can see that it makes no sense. And once it makes no sense, it's gone. But you have to find and identify what that belief would be. An example we often use is the idea that is common on your planet of what you call money, where some people buy into the belief that if they have a lot of wealth and a lot of abundance, that somehow it will corrupt them, somehow it will make them a bad person. As you say, the love of money is the root of all evil. That's not really true. The idea is you can look around and see that there are many people who are abundant and wealthy who are very good people. So you know that the idea that money will automatically corrupt you and make you a bad person is not empirically true. Once you understand that, you realize that you don't have to buy into that as a fact. It's just an opinion, it's just a perspective, it's just a belief. And therefore you can see that it's nonsensical. It doesn't have to be true. Once it's nonsensical, you can let it go. Because if you've been taught that to be abundant is to be corrupt, and you don't want to be corrupt, you will do everything in your power to make sure you're never abundant. Because you're equating abundance to corruption. Once you break that link and see that it's nonsensical to have those things fused together, then you can attract abundance because you know it's not going to make you a bad person automatically. That's a nonsensical concept. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Does this help you?
It does help me.
Anything else?
Yeah, well, so in light of the conversation we're having here and the purpose for the whole gathering,
Yes.
how about dropping this idea of, oh, I'm a little bit crazy because I'm getting a sense of what's going on, like the changes that are going on. I'm feeling more sensitive to everything that's occurring.
Well, what's wrong with being crazy?
Well,
There is good crazy, you know.
Yeah, well, what does that look like?
The idea is simply that you're disorienting. Many of you are disorienting from the old reality, but you're in a limbo state before you reorient to the new idea, to the new reality. For a while, that can make you feel a little bit crazy, a little bit adrift, a little bit uncertain as to what direction to look in, but that's just part of the process. Yes?
And then how do we...
You know the formula. You know the formula. We've given it over and over. You understand the formula?
Well, I understand it when you say it, but my mind's gone blank, but yeah, I do get it.
Again, please remember that when you activate the formula, you act on your highest passion every moment that you can to the best that you are able, taking it as far as you can until you can take it no further, with zero insistence, zero assumption as to the outcome. You automatically activate the complete and total kit of the tools that then come to bear in your life. The driving engine that moves you forward, that motivates you. The organizing principle of synchronicity that shows you exactly what to do, in what order, and when. The path of least resistance that allows you to experience your life in an effortless way. The path that connects you to all other expressions of your excitement. The reflective mirror that reveals to you anything within your unconscious mind that might be out of alignment with that excitement, so you can identify it and let it go and bring that energy back into alignment and expand your excitement. It will support you in every way that you need to be supported, no matter what form that needs to come in. And it will leave absolutely nothing, absolutely nothing relevant out. It's a complete kit. All you need to do when you take the action of acting on the three-part formula, acting on your passion, and allow this toolkit to work for you in this way, any situation and circumstance that then arises from the actions that you've taken, even if it's something that you don't prefer, you need to stay in a positive state and know that it must be there for a positive reason, and that you will only get a positive and beneficial effect from it, no matter what anyone else gets out of it, if you stay in that positive state. That's the entire formula. That's it. That's all you need to know. And if you do this, you will see that it works. Guaranteed, because this is a description of the nature and structure of the mechanism of existence and how you create your reality experience. That's the instruction manual. That's all there is to it. It's that easy. It's that simple. If you do it, you will see that it works.
Cool.
Does that help you?
Yeah, it does. Can I ask one more thing?
Yes.
I just want to know what the root of jealousy is. Like, what is that fit? What is that about?
That you're not good enough? That you don't believe you have what you need, but someone else does?
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I'm very excited to talk to you.
And you as well.
I have a question.
Yes.
I choose to smoke every day.
Oh, all right. What are you smoking?
Cigarettes.
All right. And why do you choose this? No judgment, just why do you choose it? What do you believe it does for you as a permission slip? You understand it is a permission slip, right?
Yes, of course.
All right, so what do you believe it does for you?
When I do not choose it,
Yes?
I observe that I am extremely horny. There's an overflow of sexual energy.
All right.
And my question is, how can I use this overflow of sexual energy in a positive way to be of service?
Can you transform the energy where it is and when it is appropriate into other forms of creative expression?
Sure.
Well, then, does that siphon off some of the energy being expressed in a sexual way or not?
Sometimes it does.
And sometimes it does not? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you know that? It's your body. Yes? No? Maybe?
Maybe yes. Excuse me.
All right.
Is there any specific information you could give me to...
When you have what appears to be an excess of sexual energy,
Yes.
go get laid.
I mean, besides all that.
Well, why besides that? Why not that?
Because my girlfriend is not around all the time.
All right. Then those are the times that you can siphon it into different creative expressions, yes?
Yes.
Or, of course, you can service yourself.
Yes. Can I ask another question?
We're not done with this one yet. We have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you paint? Do you draw? Do you write? Something like that?
I write and I design graphics.
Is there something you've been wanting to write that you have been hesitating to write?
Yes.
What's that?
That's a book about empowerment.
What's the hesitation to start writing it?
I don't know.
Oh, yes, you do. You're not going to get away with that. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid will happen if you go forward and write the book you say that you're really excited to write? What's the hesitation? What's the fear? What will happen? Come on.
Maybe
What?
that I can sustain financially.
So you have a limited definition of abundance because
Yes.
you don't allow your definition to be broad enough to support you in whatever way it needs to support you, which doesn't necessarily mean it will always be money.
Yes.
But remember that our definition of abundance is the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Do you believe that you can attract whatever form of abundance you need to attract to allow you to support yourself in whatever way you need to continue to do what you need to do?
Yes.
Then why not allow that to be there so that you can do the thing that excites you? And by the way, doing the thing you say would excite you, writing this book, certainly that's something you can do in some of the time that you have, yes?
Yes.
If you are, and here's the key, blocking yourself and creatively frustrating yourself, you follow me?
Yes.
You're going to build up excess creative energy that's going to want to express itself in other ways because you're not expressing the flow in the direction you would actually prefer to.
That helps. Thank you.
You understand?
Yes.
So get writing. Use that hand for something else.
Thank you very much, Bashar.
Thank you. I feel like I need a cigarette now.
Is there anything else you are allowed to tell
Get
me?
writing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day. What's your story, sweetheart?
My story is that I'm very much bound to my fellow beings. And
Bound to your fellow beings.
Yes, very much so. And so,
What does that mean in your definition, in your story?
well, I choose to exist in the earth that the collective consciousness exists in.
Well, to some degree, yes. Obviously. Or we wouldn't be having this conversation in this
Right.
way. And so?
And I'm very much interested in bringing information, mostly through science.
All right.
I also have certain knowings.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you would be able to help me tell my story by getting a little information.
On what?
And what I would like to know is, I know
One moment.
that...
Do you understand story structure at all?
I would like to say yes.
What archetype at this moment in your question to me, thus then, do I represent to you?
I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
A mentor.
Right.
All right. More than a hint, though, wasn't it? Gave it all away. Gave the whole story away. All right. Well, all right. Not all of it. Ooh. Some mystery still exists. Because a good story needs a little mystery, doesn't it? Yes. So do continue.
Okay.
What is it that you wish some assistance with now that you have sought out and questioned the mentor archetype?
I know that we don't need to eat
Well, yes, you do.
food.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well,
Most of you do.
Okay. Well, I have this knowing
Yes. That it may
for
be
me-
possible, that it may be probable that some of you may change yourselves so as to not require that kind of sustenance. Yes,
Right.
that's possible. How probable it is depends upon the path you have chosen to explore. Sometimes those kinds of things, even though they may seem to be desirable, simply aren't relevant for the theme that you chose to explore in this life. You have to determine that for yourself by the synchronicity that shows up in your life.
Right. Well, for me, it's prevalent. And
All right.
one of the things that is the information I'd like to know is how I'm able to tap into the energy source to sustain myself, not at this point, but more so as, I grow.
Well, number one, living in the moment. Because all the energy you will ever tap exists only in the now. So, the less fragmented you are in that context, the more you focus yourself in the present, the more you'll be capable of tapping that energy because you'll be existing on a higher level frequency. And when you allow yourself to vibrate on a higher level frequency, you become a more receptive antenna to higher level frequencies of energies on different planes of existence that can then sustain you, and you will automatically not feel so much need for other forms of sustenance.
Okay.
So the more you live in the moment, the less, in a sense, you experience the idea of time and space in that way, the more you will tap into higher frequency energies that will provide enough sustenance for you.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Well, all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day. What is your story?
Well, I had a lot to write before I came, and my story is my journey to be in this workshop. My story has been answered. My questions have been answered.
Oh, all right.
By you and by a lot of people in this room.
By you, too.
And by me, too.
Because remember, what are you experiencing when you experience us?
Myself.
Thank you. We are simply reflecting your higher mind back to you, using our personality as a mask to trick you into talking to your own higher mind.
Yes, and my higher mind and myself had that discussion before we came.
Yes.
And it's just been awesome to dive into just myself.
Yes.
And follow my excitement.
Yes.
And being led by the synchronicities.
Yes.
And the parachutes that have taken me to where I am
that have
now
automatically popped open when you took the leap of faith.
when I took the leap of faith.
Yes.
Which landed,
of course, which is not exactly faith, but true knowingness and understanding that the parachute does exist.
Exactly. And that way I don't fear the unknown because I know my parachute will always be there. And
Because
it will open
what
more
will
on
you
time.
discover in the unknown?
More of myself.
Exactly. You see, you're remembering many things at the same time.
Exactly. The parachute has landed me in Lancaster.
Oh, all right.
And I was listening to one of your CDs, and you talked about the vortex in Lancaster.
Yes.
And I would like to give for you more information about what that is.
Why would you want to get it from me when you can simply be in the vortex and get your own information? Why would you need a second-hand experience instead of a first-hand one?
I guess I don't. I didn't know if it was any central location or is it all over? Or is it where I
There
landed?
are nodal points within the overall vortex that resonate at different frequencies. If you simply follow your own instincts, you'll find yourself guided to the nodal point that resonates at your frequency. And that will be the correct spot for you.
Well, okay. That makes sense.
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Where I live is one of them. Is one of them.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
What a coincidence that you should choose to live there.
It was. Exactly. It
But
was
not an accident, yes?
not at all.
Well, there
my
you go.
higher self was already there. I just
All
raised
right.
my vibration to get there.
So you had even already answered this question.
I sure did.
Yes. Just checking your story facts?
Oh yes.
Are you?
Confirmation. When
All
I come
right.
talk to you, it's all about confirmation.
All right. You are confirmed.
Thank you.
A confirmed storyteller.
I am.
All right.
From yesterday, I got from yesterday that the process is really a permission slip of manifestation, just like
The process is its own event, and all experiences in events are permission slips, yes.
so once we are in the process of like building a house,
Yes.
and we have built the house, gone through that process, then we no longer need that process if we choose to let it go, and that's how the house appears.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you know the house is already built. The idea of choosing to build a house is simply your choice to experience the event called building a house. But whether you choose that or not, the event of the house already exists.
Exactly.
And whatever methodology your belief system believes it needs to get you to change into the vibration where you align with the event, with the reality where the house already exists, is fine. Some of you, simply because of your idea of belonging to a consensus reality, have belief systems that make you believe that you need to go through the event, experience the event called building the house, before you will allow yourself to change into the frequency where the house already exists. But you don't have to do that, no.
So once you have the process, you can let that go.
Once you understand what it's for, once you allow that experience of what you call the process of that event to help you change your belief systems in certain ways, then yes, you can let the need for experiencing that event go.
Okay.
To whatever degree this process event still remains, maybe the degree to which you wish to hold on to it for a variety of other reasons that actually do serve you and other people. But yes, it is potentially possible to not experience that particular event called process at all. But some of you want to, because you learn things from it. But you can reduce it, yes.
Or you can reduce it in some instances, like
You can eliminate it in some instances, you can reduce it in some instances, you can keep it in some instances. You just have to determine what it is you actually are getting out of having that event experience. But just don't see it as a means to an end. See it as its own event experience. Building the house has nothing to do with the experience of having the house. They are two separate realities, but sometimes you may need to experience the event called building the house in order to allow your belief systems to change your vibration into the event called having the house. But no, you don't need to do that empirically. It's not mechanically required necessarily. It just depends upon the theme you've chosen to explore that determines how much of that event you need to experience.
So it's like if you can't drive and you learn how to drive, once you know how to drive, you don't think about the process of everything that goes into it. You just drive.
And in fact, your automobile is a very good analogy for the idea of the story structure issue and belief system issue, because you know that in your automobiles you have the idea of shifting, whether it is manual or automatic, doesn't matter at the moment, and you have the idea of your accelerator and you have the idea of your brake. Well, anytime you align with the idea of belief systems that are in alignment with your truth, you're pressing on the accelerator. Anytime you are believing in things that are out of alignment, you're pressing on the brake. The idea is that you're always shifting gears, going from one reality to another. You used to do this manually. You used to have to really think about it. But when you invented the idea of automatic transmissions, that was an archetypal symbol that you were allowing the idea of shifting to become more automatic in your consciousness. So now it's just a matter of choosing whether to step on the accelerator or step on the brake, as befits the kind of belief systems you're buying into, because you are your vehicle.
Or press cruise control.
Cruise control.
I like cruise control
Oh,
myself,
all right,
you know
yes.
what I'm saying?
That is now a choice that is available to you, because once your technology invents something, it's because your consciousness has already understood that concept. And thus you now have a reflective symbol, an archetypal symbol in your physical reality to represent the new concept in your consciousness. So if cruise control is that which allows you to truly allow yourself to know you're functioning on automatic, and you'll arrive at the right place at the right time, and you don't even have to worry about stepping on the gas or stepping on the brake, that the car will move ahead, that your vehicle, you, will move ahead in perfect timing on cruise control, then you have allowed yourself to use that archetype in a very beautiful, analogous way. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, the storytelling, it's synonymous to me. The thing that I like about the Bible is the fact that it's the stories.
Yes.
And I was never drawn into, well, I was, but as I was growing out of the limitations of it, the stories is what carried me, because I knew that I also had a story, and those stories were just to lead me and to understand that I had a story.
Yes, because you're going to hear a story and you're going to interpret the story according to your own story beliefs.
Exactly.
And that's why people can hear the same story and have many different interpretations. Just pick the one that works best for you. Many of the stories in that sense thus are holographic in nature. That's also the beauty of story structure. The template is holographic in nature. So what archetypal elements you choose to add in the story can be interpreted by anyone according to their story.
Yes, yes, yes. So you being a storyteller for the Sasani,
yes,
that means that
that's the planet. The people are
Sasani. For the Sasani people.
Yes.
So the stories that you're getting from us,
yes,
you're translating to them. So
yes,
it's like we're living Bibles kind of thing.
Yes, you
Bible
are.
Stories.
Yes, you are.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is. Want to say it again?
That's awesome.
Yes, it is. So are you. But one moment.
Okay.
Rather than being just awesome, which is having some awe, you would want to be full of awe, which makes you awful.
To a lot of people, I am awful, but that's because I carry the truth.
There you go.
Yeah.
Full of awe.
Full of awe. All right. Well, thank you, Bashar.
Thank you. Now, please remember, when you say the truth, all truths are true. That's what the truth is. All truths are true. Your truth is true for you. Other people's truths are true for them. And together, all truths make up the truth. And that's the truth.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
First,
Speak
I want
up
to
and
say,
be bold.
Okay. I want to thank you first for bringing so much grace, beauty, and wisdom into my daughter's life, her partner, and consequently on mine, because she's introduced me to all of your wonderful teachings.
All right.
So,
but they are all your teachings as well. We simply remind you of what you have forgotten.
Thank you for that. My question is, I'm being drawn to possibly move to another state.
Where?
Colorado.
Oh, all right. Why?
The environment, the air environment.
This is what excites you?
It does excite me.
All right. So how come you're not there already?
Well, I have commitments here. Actually, what I'm doing now is going to enable me to move there.
Oh, all right. If you say so. When?
Within a year and a half.
1 year and 1.5.
Yes.
Would you prefer to move sooner?
I would.
Then move sooner.
Okay.
What are the ideas that you believe are holding you back from acting on your highest joy?
Well, I have started teaching something at the church that I belong to, Unity.
Yes.
And it is definitely...
But they have no counterpart of that in Colorado.
Well, I don't... It's new. I have created it. So,
Yes. So you can't create it in Colorado?
I can, but I am...
That's not an obstacle, is it?
No, I'm getting a base here. I'm starting it here. And
a base?
Yeah, because it's new, and so
yes.
Taking it to another Unity, taking it around like you do. I mean, really,
yes.
honestly...
Well, why not start in Colorado, if that's where you prefer to be? Why are you forming a base in some place you don't prefer?
Well, I've already began it, so I can't...
So what?
Well, I have people counting on me. I have
in
obligations,
what way?
Commitments, because I'm teaching, so
yes.
I can't just step out. It's about loyalty and dedication.
Can you do both?
I might. Yeah,
might.
that is an option, yes.
It
absolutely,
is.
it is.
Then if that's an option, why aren't you doing both?
Well, thank you.
Did I have to remind you of that?
Sometimes we need help, yes.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
So, what we are saying is, when we talk about the idea of acting on your excitement, act on it to the best of your ability.
Right.
Whatever
Don't
it
hold
is you
back.
have set up for yourself, make sure you understand that you may have set up something that you actually can take advantage of, but are not.
Okay.
So examine all the things you actually do have available to you when you talk about your excitement and act on it to the best of your ability. You've just revealed to yourself and to everyone in the room with you and to us that you actually do have the ability to be in Colorado and be where you are by going back and forth, doing both simultaneously. So why not do at least that version until you establish enough of a base in Colorado for you to then make whatever decisions you wish to make?
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
You don't have to. We're not telling you to. But we're examining with you whether or not you believe that you are capable of doing that and whether that might be more representative of your excitement than what you're choosing to do.
I am completely and totally, absolutely capable. Yes.
All right, then you can start acting on that. Now, you do remember the entire formula of acting on your excitement, yes?
Yes.
Because we know many of you forget the last half of the formula. Oh, yes, act on my excitement. Oh, yes, 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 yes. How come this didn't happen? I was acting on my excitement. How come that didn't come to fruition? I was acting on my excitement. What went wrong? What went wrong, so to speak, is that you forgot the second half of the formula of acting on your excitement. Act on your highest excitement every moment that you possibly can to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can until you can take it no further. Then act on the next most exciting thing, taking it as far as you can to the best of your ability. And you act on your highest excitement every moment that you can with absolutely zero assumption, expectation, or insistence on what the outcome should be. That's the formula. Because you never know exactly why you're being attracted by the thing that excites you. It may not be for the purpose of that particular presentation coming to fruition.
Right.
It may have just been to get you in a place you need to be so that what actually needs to happen can more easily happen. So never assume you know where your excitement will lead you, because the physical mind does not have the ability to know how something is actually going to happen. Only the higher mind knows how something is going to happen. The physical mind is only designed to know what is happening right now. What is it experiencing right now? And that's why it's so important to stay in the present. Because if you don't stay in the present, your physical mind is not being given the opportunity to function as it was designed to. So when you allow the higher mind to show you what needs to manifest to be representative of the state of excitement that you are in, then you will be allowing your life to unfold in the most synchronous way possible, and you will see that the manifestations that come, even if they are not necessarily what you thought they ought to be, will actually serve you as stepping stones toward greater and greater and greater expressions of your joy and excitement. Do you understand this formula? It's just physics.
Yes, and it's part of the game of chess.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Does this help you?
Oh, it helped me, and thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Okay.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I've tried for weeks to try to...
You have what? You've tried for weeks to try?
To formulate my question
Yes.
in a lighthearted way, or... Because the nature of my question is... I guess
what?
for me, it's not... It's negative.
You are giving it a negative connotation then. Why?
Mainly because I feel it.
So? Just because you feel something doesn't mean that you can't use the feeling to get in touch with the belief that's generating the feeling. You understand that you can't have a feeling about something unless you already believe something to be true? Did you know that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, then if you know that, then the idea of feeling something a certain way gives you an opportunity to recognize that the feeling is telling you that you have a belief that is generating that particular feeling. Therefore, if you have a feeling you don't prefer, don't hide it. By all means, own it, acknowledge it, accept it as yours, and at the same time use it and trace it back to what you would have to believe to be true about your relationship to something in life in order for the belief to generate that particular kind of feeling that you don't prefer. And just because you don't prefer a particular state of being doesn't mean you have to give it a negative connotation. You can simply objectively observe that it simply isn't representative of your vibrational preference without invalidating it. Make sense?
Yes.
But?
Well, let me just get to the heart of the question.
Oh, please.
Is there such a thing as negative spirits attaching themselves to somebody?
No. There is, however, the effect as if there is. There is, however, the experience as if there is. But mechanically speaking, that's not possible. What's actually happening with all those kinds of ideas, things you call negative being attachment, or what you call possession, or all of those concepts, this is actually what's mechanically happening. You, for whatever reason, are buying into a belief system that allows your energy frequency to match the energy vibration of beings such as you have described, and thus then you are creating out of your own energy a mirroring of their energy and a mirroring of the behavior they would have were they in your position. But you can at any time change your frequency and make yourself invisible to that reality.
How do I do that?
By acting on your highest joy, by having belief systems that you know are beliefs you prefer instead of holding on to beliefs you don't prefer. Because you see, you are creating your physical reality experience with what you believe to be true, what you define as most likely, most probable, most true. Whatever belief you buy into will be the reality you experience. But you can change that. If you know you can change your beliefs, you can also examine what beliefs you would prefer to have and know that when you decide that there's a belief you would prefer as opposed to the other one, that that belief will also be just as true and give you the same kind of experiences that are relevant to that belief as the other belief gave you. Because it's up to you to decide what beliefs are true for you at any given moment, and that determines the reality you experience. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
I'm not done.
Okay.
Just want to check in to make sure you're following along.
Yes.
All right. So the idea is to ask yourself, if I am having what you would typically call a negative experience, a negative feeling, you understand that that means you're holding on to a negative belief, a belief that, negatively speaking, is out of alignment with your true vibration, your preferred self. That's really, in a sense, all a negative belief is. It's mechanically segregative, separative, disconnective. That's all we mean by negative. It's not a value judgment. It's a mechanical description of the energy. A positive belief is integrative. You understand? Expanding in a unifying way. A negative belief is segregative, disconnecting in a discordant way. These are just the mechanical descriptions. So if you're having this negative so-called experience, it just means you're holding on to a belief that's out of alignment with your true vibration, which is always going to be a vibration of unconditional love and joy. That's your natural state. The idea, therefore, is when you have these kinds of emotional experiences that you don't prefer, to ask, what would I have to believe is true about myself in relation to this situation, that situation, or life in general, or this person, or what have you? What would I have to believe is true in order to feel what I'm feeling? And then you can begin to explore what that definition would have to be. But you have to be willing to explore it, not afraid to explore it. I guarantee you that if you explore those things, none of those negative ideas about yourself will actually ever truly be discovered to be true. They will always be false. Because you are created in the image of creation. You are unconditionally supported in unconditional existence forever. The very fact that you exist proves that to you, because if you exist, all that is, and creation must have known you had to exist, or it wouldn't be all that it could be. So you're important to creation, or you wouldn't exist, because creation doesn't make mistakes. Did you hear that?
Yes, and I do know that. And I have immersed myself in that reality and just,
But
it doesn't, like, I need to be there like 24/7, and
well, then be there 24/7.
I have been.
And so, in the times when you are not, why do you choose not to be? And don't say you don't choose it, because you do.
It's usually in my dream
Yes.
state,
Yes.
which is where I am woken up and I
Yes.
perceive
Yes.
there's somebody there.
That's all right. That happens to a lot of you. It's a common thing. But again, I understand that you may feel that fears are triggered, but understand the only thing that you're actually feeling are your own fears, your own negative belief, being amplified by being in the presence of other dimensional beings. See, this is one of the reasons, in a sense, why we simply don't land en masse on your planet. We exist. We exist in a different vibrational frequency that is many times higher than the frequency in which you operate normally. So the idea is that if we were to suddenly present ourselves at full frequency to you, it would actually force all the things that you are forcing down to the surface. You would break all the compartments in your consciousness, and all those ideas, all those fears would come flooding in all at once, and you would go into psychosis. So we keep our distance until such time as you strengthen yourself and bolster yourself with your own positive beliefs, so that you become more equal to us, and thus then will not experience such a shock in the presence of a very different frequency. But from time to time, because of your own agreements, even though you may not remember them, you will come in contact with other beings from other dimensions that you have made agreements to do certain things with. And in those moments, because you're so used to the idea of the vibration of physical reality and the compartmentalization of consciousness that goes along with it, in those moments, all those walls, all those barriers may break down, and you may be forced to face some of the fears you may not be ready to integrate. But it's all right, because if that's happening to you, it does mean you actually are ready. It's just that you may not believe you are consciously. If you can get in touch with the idea that you're consciously ready to face those fears and integrate them within yourself into a higher version of your excitement, then you will begin to welcome those experiences. And in welcoming those experiences, you will ensure that no matter, regardless of what anyone else's intention toward you may be in those or any experiences, you will ensure that the only effect those experiences will have in your life will be a positive one, by defining it as a positive experience for yourself, no matter what anyone else's intention may be. Do you understand how this works? You see, this is what we were first describing, and why you asked the question, if negative spirits can attach themselves to you. Because the idea is that everyone is their own energy, and the only way you can experience anything else is by agreeing to match that frequency. If you no longer agree to match the frequency of fear, then you will no longer experience the effects of fear in your life. Even if someone else actually has a negative intention toward you, you will become invisible to that frequency. You'll become transparent to that frequency by changing your frequency to something that is more representative of the reality you prefer. And therefore you will no longer feel any effects of that negative nature, because you simply will not be agreeing to mirror or match those vibrations. Even though you may still be capable of neutrally observing them, it doesn't mean you have to take that energy on if you simply don't agree that that's your preferred reality. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, and I have to do a lot of practicing.
Well, if you say so. You could change in the blink of an eye. It's up to you. The fact that you say you have to do a lot of practicing is a belief.
True.
Because remember, every change is actually instantaneous and total. But you can create the illusion that change is small and slow. But every single time you change anything, you're actually changing everything. It's just that you're changing everything to look like such a similar version of the last thing that you barely think anything has changed, when in fact the entire universe has changed. So when you begin to see yourself and change in a different way, and know that you are literally a completely different person every single time you change anything, then you can decide to define who you are as that person, and whatever definition you decide is true for you will be the way you experience your reality. Even if you can still observe others doing something you don't prefer, doesn't mean that they have to have any effect on you whatsoever if you don't choose to be affected. Make sense?
Okay, yes.
Does this help you?
It does.
And?
It validates what I had thought of initially.
But didn't quite believe in? Yes?
I guess just not the part of where
Yes?
I just,
What part? Come. What part?
just being, just rejecting it, because
It's not about rejection.
not rejecting, but knowing and being my
Yes.
highest self all the
Yes.
time.
Will allow you to experience anything and everything in your life in the most positive way possible. So why would you care what happens if you know that the only effect it's going to have on your life is a positive one? You see? You get to the point where, and I don't mean this in a negative way, you don't care what happens. It doesn't matter what happens, because you know that anything that happens and everything that happens will only have a positive effect in your life. Why? Because that's what you choose. Period. There is no one to contradict you. No one in existence can contradict what you say is true for you.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's the power you have of creation. Understand, and again, I don't mean this in a negative way, although we understand it sounds a little funny in your language. The greatest gift you have all been given is that life is fundamentally meaningless. It doesn't have built-in automatic meaning. You were created, you were designed to give meaning to life. So the meaning you give it is the effect you get from it. Without you putting any kind of meaning into it, there will be absolutely no automatic meaning at all. It just remains a neutral prop, a neutral experience, a neutral environment. But the second, the instant, you give it a meaning, consciously or unconsciously, positive or negative, that's exactly what gets reflected, because it's just a mirror. It's a neutral mirror. So if you're looking in a mirror and you see your reflection, and you look at your face in the mirror and you see that you're frowning or you're sad or afraid, you know you don't go over to the mirror and try to change the reflection in the mirror to a smile. It doesn't work that way. There's nothing there. All the light is bouncing back to you. But you know that if you decide to smile no matter what, the reflection has no choice but to smile back. It doesn't have a mind of its own.
Thank you.
Does that help you?
Yes, it does.
Then I will leave you with this. Pleasant dreams. And thank you for being bold enough to share your experience.